Hello students, how are you all? Welcome back to my channel. This video I am posting for grade 9 students in which we would discuss about remainder theorem from chapter 2 polynomials. In my last videos, I have finished exercise 2.2 from chapter 2. I hope you are liking my videos. Please like, subscribe and share. So we would start with chapter 2 polynomials. So let's just start the remainder theorem with the explanation of a division of polynomials. So I am taking here one example of division of two polynomials. Divide px by gx. One polynomial is here px x plus 3x square and another polynomial is gx which is equals to 1 plus x. So let's see how to divide. So step number 1, what we have to do, dividend polynomial we have to write in the descending order of the exponent of the variable term. Since here we can see the first term is having the degree 1 and the second term is having degree 2. So how do we set that? We will write it 3x square plus x minus 1. Similar way, we will set the divisor polynomial also. Divisor polynomial is here 1 plus x. So what we are doing? We are writing 1 plus x as x plus 1. So whatever the polynomials are given, first you settle the degree of the polynomials. Then step number 2, you write the dividend polynomial in the divide sign and the divisor polynomial you write in the outside of the divide sign. Then step number 2, divide the first largest degree term with the first largest degree term of dividend polynomial and divisor polynomial respectively. So here 3x square is the largest degree term. We divided by x, we got 3x. So this is the first term of quotient and we write here in the quotient part. Alright, so this is the way we are dividing the polynomials. Step number 3, what you have to do, we have to multiply the quotient polynomial first term with the divisor polynomial. So what we are doing here, we are multiplying 3x by x plus 1. So x plus 1 multiplied by 3x, what we would get? 3x by x, it will give you 3x square. 3x by 1, it will give you 3x. When you change the sign, that get cancelled. 3x square minus 3x square will get cancelled. Minus 3x plus x. So minus 3 plus x, how much it will be? Minus 2x minus 1. This is the way we divide in the. So next, the remainder term is, we have got minus 2x minus 1. We will proceed the division similar way. So minus 2x, when I divide by x, I will get minus 2. Right? So when I divide minus 2x by x, I will get minus 2. In this way, the second part of the quotient polynomial we will get as minus 2. So here we have written the quotient polynomial as 3x minus 2. So the new quotient will become 3x minus 2. Then again, since the degree is still same, we can divide more. So minus 2x, we have divided already here by x and we got 2. So when you proceed it, what you will do? This minus 2 you will multiply by the division. So next we will multiply this minus 2 by the divisor polynomial. So what we will get? We will get minus 2x minus 2, which we will write the below the term minus 2x minus 1. So I have written there and we change the sign as we do in the division rule. So that get cancelled, plus 2 plus minus 1 will come plus 1. So this is the way we divide. So this process is continuous till the remainder is coming 0. It's not necessary the remainder will come 0, or if the remainder is coming 0, it means the divisor polynomial is the factor for the dividend polynomial. And we need to check the degree of the remainder polynomial should come lesser than the degree of the divisor polynomial. There you will stop your division. So in this way you can see in the step number 6 we say here remainder is coming 1, quotient is coming 3x minus 2. The whole division is in front of you. We divided 3x square by x, we got 3x. Then we multiplied by x plus 1, we got this term. right, which I explained just now. When we solved it, they get cancelled. We got minus 2x minus 1. Still degree is same. We will divide more. So minus 2x divided by x, we will get minus 2. And in this way, we will get, when you multiply minus 2 by x plus 1, you will get minus 2x minus 2. When you solve it, the remainder you have been got 1. So here what we can observe, this is the dividend polynomial which is coming the quotient polynomial 3x minus 2 and multiplied by the divisor polynomial plus the remainder polynomial. So from here what we can say, dividend is equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder, which is the rule for the division of numbers as well. So this is the same rule in the polynomials also. Now let's see how we will define it. So in general, px and gx, if they are two polynomials such that degree of px is greater than or equal to degree of gx, where gx should not be 0, then we can find such polynomials qx and rx, that px will be equal to gx into qx plus rx, where either rx would be 0 or rx degree or degree of rx would be lesser than the degree of gx. Alright, and we call it px as dividend polynomial, gx is divisor polynomial, qx is quotient polynomial, and rx is the remainder polynomial, as you can see the division rule also. So let's start how we can use the division rule in the remainder theorem. So first we discuss the theorem statement. Theorem statement says, let px be any polynomial of degree greater than or equal to 1 and let a be any number. So which polynomial you have that degree is greater than or equal to 1. When you will divide px by x minus a, this is a linear factor, then the theorem says the remainder will be pa. So instead of finding the division, we just use this theorem to get the remainder. So let's prove how to prove it. Px is the polynomial with the degree greater than or equal to 1. Let px is divided by x minus a. We know that px degree is greater than x minus a. This polynomial degree is lesser than this polynomial. So let's take according to the division algorithm, we can say the quotient can be qx and remainder can be presented by rx. So we have the rule px is equals to x minus a into qx plus rx. Since the degree of x minus a is 1, right, and the degree of rx is less than the degree of x minus a, then only you stopped the division, right? So what you can say, the degree of rx is 0, or we can say this is a constant, right? So let's take rx is as r, which is a constant. So I can write px is equals to x minus a into qx plus r. Suppose I put x equal to a here in this statement, then what I would get, since it's a polynomial, right, and I have explained you about finding the value of a polynomial. So in this polynomial, if you want to find the value of this polynomial at point x equal to a, what you would do, you will put x equal to a. So in particular, if I put x equal to a, I will get pa. Here I will get a minus a, right, and q of a plus r, where r is some constant, right? So pa, what you will get, 0 into qa, this will become 0, and 0 into qa will become 0, right? So r, what we have got, r we have got exactly equal to pa. From this, what we can conclude, instead of doing division, we can use the remainder theorem to get the remainder for the given polynomials. So let's see the explained example only I am taking. Here we did the division and we got the remainder as 1, right? Now let's see how the remainder theorem can be applicable here. Here you can see that division rule is giving you the remainder as 1, right? Now the polynomial was 3x square plus x minus 1. So remainder theorem says that r is equal to p of a only, right? So here we want to find the remainder. So for remainder, what we will do, x plus 1, which was the divisor polynomial, we will put equal to 0. So it will come x equals to minus 1. So what we would do to find r, we will put a as minus 1. Alright, so to put a is equals to minus 1, we will get the remainder as 1. So instead of solving this, we can find the remainder directly when we have the polynomial and the divisor polynomial. I mean dividend polynomial and the divisor polynomial. So let's start its application from the exercise. So we have one question. First, find the remainder when this polynomial is given as px. It means it is dividend polynomial for us, right? Now we have first part, we have to divide this polynomial by x plus 1. So this time this is gx. So to get the remainder, what we will do, one way of doing, you divide this px by gx and you get the remainder. Write the division rule and you can get the remainder, and you can use the remainder theorem as well. So to use the remainder theorem, what we would do, we will put the divisor polynomial as 0. With the help of this, we will get the point, the real point, and that real point you will put on the definition of the dividend polynomial. So if I put x equal to minus 1 in this given polynomial, I will get p of minus 1, which will give you minus 1 cube plus 3 into minus 1 square plus 3 into minus 1 plus 1. When you solve this, you will get minus 1 plus 3 into 1 minus 3 plus 1. So when you solve it, 3 minus 3 get cancelled, 1 minus 1 get cancelled, so you will get 0. So in this way, without doing the division, we can find the remainder. Let's see. The remainder is 2 here. So let's see the next question. The next question is x minus 2. Same way you will put it equal to 0. You will get x equals to 1 by 2. So to get the remainder, what we would do, instead of dividing this polynomial by this polynomial, we will simply put this value here, right? So p of half we will calculate. It will come half cube plus 3 into half square plus 3 into half plus 1, right? 1 by 2 cube is 1 by 8. 1 by 2 square will be 1 by 4 multiplied by 3 plus 3 into 1 by 2 plus 1. When you solve this, 1 by 8 plus 3 by 4 plus 3 by 2 plus 1, you will get LCM 8. It will give you 1 plus 4 2s are 8. 2 into 3, this will be 6. 2 4s are 8 and 4 3s are 12. It will come 12 plus here it is 1. So 1 into 8 will come 8. When you will add them, so it will come 6 plus 1 7 plus 12 19 plus 8, it is 27 divided by 8. So instead of doing division, we can find directly the remainder. Next, third part of this question, here we have given the divisor polynomial as x. So divisor polynomial, you will put 0, you will get x equal to 0 simply. So when you divide this polynomial by x, then you will get the remainder by putting x equal to 0. So x equal to 0 I substituted here. You will get 0 cube plus 3 into 0 square plus 3 into 0 plus 1. So will give you this value as 1. So the remainder is 1. Next, the fourth part I am taking. Fourth part, we also have x plus pi as divisor polynomial. We'll put it equal to 0. Then x equal to minus pi you will get. When you substitute here x equal to minus pi in this polynomial, you will get minus pi whole cube plus 3 into minus pi square plus 3 into minus pi plus 1. When you solve it, it will come minus pi cube. It will come 3 pi square. It will come minus 3 pi plus 1. So this is only the remainder. So in each case, we can find the remainder by putting the real value in the given dividend polynomial. So let's take more questions. So the last part of first question, 5 plus 2x, we put it equal to 0. Then we will get x as minus 5 by 2. We substitute this value in the given dividend polynomial. So when we put it, you will get it minus 5 by 2 whole cube plus 3 into minus 5 by 2 square plus 3 into minus 5 by 2 plus 1, right? When you solve, 5 cube is 125 minus 1 cube is minus only. So we will get minus 125 by 8 here. Here you will get 5 2 time. 5 into 5 will come square. 5 square will come 25 into 3, it will come 75. Since it's a square, it will come positive. 2 into 2, it will come 4. Here it will come minus 15 by 2 plus 1. Similar way we will take LCM. So here we will get minus 125 plus 4 2s are 8, 2 into 75 you will get 150, 2 4s are 8, 4 into 15 you will get 60, and 1 by 1, this is 1 by 1, so 1 into 8 you will get 8. When you negative part, so you will get minus 125 minus 60, this will be minus 185, right? And 150 plus 8, it is coming 158, and when you will solve it, it will come minus 27. So this will be the remainder in this case. Next, question number 2. Find the remainder when polynomial is this and the divisor polynomial is this. So how would you find this? One way, since here they are not asking for putting the remainder theorem, but if they ask with the remainder theorem, we can do by remainder theorem as well, and we can divide as well. So this is your choice. You want to divide, or directly you can use the remainder theorem, as the question asks only for remainder, right? So what I'm doing, I'm using remainder theorem here. X minus a, I need to put 0, so I put 0, and x equal to a I have got. Next, I will put x equal to a in the given dividend polynomial. So I will get p of a is equals to a cube minus a into a square plus 6 into a minus a. When you solve this, a cube get cancelled. 6a minus a will come 5a, right? So this will be the remainder in this question. Next, we check the whether this polynomial is a factor of the given polynomial or not. So to check the factor, we check the remainder. If the remainder comes 0, we say that the gx is the factor of px, or we can say divisor polynomial is the factor of dividend polynomial. So let's check it's coming 0 or not. Instead of division, again I am using the remainder theorem. So I put it the divisor polynomial as 0. I will get. So when I put x equal to minus 7 by 3 in the dividend polynomial, I will get 3 into minus 7 by 3 whole cube plus 7 into minus 7 by 3. 3 cube, you can see what is 3 cube, and 3 cube will be 27. This will get cancelled by 3, so it will come 9 here. 7 cube is 343, so minus 343 will come. Minus 7 into 7 will come 49 by 3. In this way, when we solve this, it will come minus 490 by 9, which is not equal to 0. It means what we can say, it is not a factor of the given polynomial. So in this way, you can understand the remainder theorem, and you can easily do the exercise 2.3. I hope you are understanding with my videos and learning mathematics with the great enthusiasm. I would request you all, please like, subscribe and share, and press the bell icon for upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching.